Welcome back. 43 minutes after the hour. The Winter Olympics begin today with the opening ceremonies kicking off in a few hours. President Trump won't be representing the United States at today's ceremony, and he's already caused tensions between several of our allies with his tariff policy and his repeated demands to take over Greenland. Instead, Vice President JD Vance is leading the presidential delegation in Milan, who's been a longtime critic of Europe's leaders. Here's a look at which countries have the most Winter Olympic medals. Norway leads with more than 400. Since returning to the White House in January, President Trump has antagonized Norway over a Nobel Peace Prize snub. Following the U.S. is Germany with the third most winter medals. President Trump had clashed with German Chancellor Friedrich Merz over Ukraine's future. Austria comes in fourth. President Trump had targeted the country with tariffs, further complicating transatlantic trade. Then rounding out the top five, Canada. Oh, Canada. Tensions have been strained since Trump's inauguration when he said he wants Canada to be the 51st state of the United States. He's implemented tariffs and intensified a trade war. Joining me now is Bart Jansen, USA Today's White House correspondent. Bart, this is something that you and I are following here. You know, I can remember even in Davos when, Prime Minister Carney gave a scathing review of trade in the United States. But let's start with this geopolitical tension with Canada. It's been going on for years. Just last year, Canadian fans booed the U.S. national anthem at the Four Nations face-off. Let's take a listen. Yeah, the boos are definitely nothing we can hide from there. We understand how they feel there. But I got to ask you, do you think Team USA will face similar reaction during the Winter Games this year?
Well, that was the concern going into the games, that there had been enough hostilities with primarily the European countries, but also Canada, as you mentioned, that there might be tension, some booing at the games. So far, my colleagues in Milan Cortina say that there have not been boos of the athletes or of Vance, as he has attended a couple of the preliminary events. He was at a women's hockey game yesterday, and was basically not acknowledged by the crowd, which, was fine. He gets to attend and enjoy the game with his family. But there was enough concern about protests against immigration and customs enforcement that raised some alarms. And there have been protests around Milan today, hundreds of people holding signs, blowing whistles against ICE's crackdown here in the U.S. The concern among Europeans was that there might be ICE officers conducting enforcement in Italy, but officials say that is not the case. There are some Homeland Security officials that are helping with security for the U.S. athletes, but not the kind of immigration enforcement that has caused the protests in Minneapolis and elsewhere.
Yeah, you're talking about those protesters holding an anti-ICE rally in Milan in reaction to President Trump's aggressive immigration enforcement in the United States. And they also urged Vice President Vance to go home. Are you surprised that there's such a strong response abroad?
Well, they've been stoking this antagonism, call it, for the entire term, in imposing tariffs, in maybe not carrying out support for Ukraine as aggressively as the Biden administration, and in setting the demands for Greenland to become part of the United States. So there are definitely tensions, and so I don't think protests are any surprise. But by the same token, Trump and Vance would not apologize for the positions that they've taken. They say Greenland is vital to U.S. defense, that tariffs are important both for our domestic finances, but also to help build more manufacturing and job creation here in the U.S. So I think they understand the kind of tensions that they've created, but they are unapologetic about it.
And this is just the beginning. Bart Jansen with USA Today. Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks for having me.
And we're hoping Team USA wins big. Did you know American Olympians get a bonus from the U.S. Olympic Committee for making it onto the podium, winning up to $38,000 for gold, $23,000 for silver, and $15,000 for bronze.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.